right, Maya? No, this is cashew. Come see me, cashew. Yours are still wet. Come on. Come. There you are. Little cashew. He's all stressed. Oh, he's all stressed out, little one. Why are you stressed out? You're still wet. Still wet. Want to dry you a bit? I'm gonna dry him a bit. His head's still wet. Because Mom gave him a bath this morning. So I'm gonna dry you a bit. Just a little, honey. Yours is still a bit wet. So let's look at you and not me. Hang on. So good morning all. I have little cashew with me here this morning. Little Shih Tzu. Yes, Shih Tzu. She still needed some drying. In her face especially. No, you don't like that, huh? Whoa, what the? Calm down. Hang on, honey. Turn around. So we're going to shave her down. She's already clean. She's clean because Mom washed her this morning. Her mom washed her. And now I'm going to shave her. Yeah, she doesn't really like that. She doesn't like the done. Alright, so I'm just going to shave her. So good morning to everyone, or good day, or I don't know what time it is where you're at, but hello, hello. Hello, we're going to start with the shave. Now, Cashew doesn't like me touching her feet. Okay, I guess she doesn't like the clipper, but the last time I found her to be not too bad. And her mom told me that she's deaf now. So maybe the fact that she's deaf is causing her to be a little more acceptant to the clipper. So sometimes dogs just don't want to have their feet held, and sometimes they're afraid of the sound. Hello, Shelly. It's midnight. Oh, wow, Michelle. Well, a good night to you. Midnight. Wow. Dina, good morning. Got some coffee. And I'm not yawning this morning. Hello from Australia. Hello, hello. Okay, so we're going to get shaving. We're going to get him shaved. He's a little boy. How old is he? I've been grooming him for a while now. He is 2010. Wow, 14. He's the same age as the time that I've been grooming for 14 years now. So let's get grooming, guys. Remember, I'm here for questions today, so anytime you have anything to ask, just let me know. You gotta be careful because this morning, or this evening, from Michelle, I have this here to be sure that I'm watching out for. You see all of these little warts here? She's got a wart there. She's got one in her ear, so we got to be really careful for older dogs like this. They tend to get warts and all kinds of bumps and things. So I don't want to, so if you're grooming an older dog, it's best to just put your fingers through. Even if it's a dog, if you're grooming the same dog, 8 weeks later, the dog might have some new ones. So if the dog is older, these things grow pretty fast. They just show up overnight. I'm going to take the hair out of the way. And I'm just spinning lightly. She had her bath, as I mentioned. Her mom washed her this morning. So she's been doing that. She's been bringing her already washed. She enjoys the process, I guess. All right. So I'm not pressing, guys. If ever this were a very skinny pup, I would not attempt to bring the clipper going down on her back like this. I'd pull her skin to the side, and then I'd shave on the side of that spine and pull her skin to the other side and shave on the side so that I don't have to go bump, 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 bump. Okay? 98 in human years. Yeah. That's an older pup for sure. See, and I'm using a 7-blade. Give her a cut. Make sure she gets a nice, clean, short cut. And use a 7-blade. Now that I got all of her back done, let's do the side and her leg. Now remember, as I mentioned, she's usually a little tougher on the front legs here. So we're going to see how she reacts, and then I can only do my best with her when it comes to the front feet. Sometimes I get it really well done, and sometimes there's just too much trouble. I guess it depends on her attitude and how she's dealing with it this morning. Okay? Just lock that leg here. And I'm going to come in, shave all of that, and go up. All right. So Michelle, I've been grooming for 3 years. Sorry for the mask. I wear a mask, by the way, and that's for groomers long. If you've been grooming for 3 years, Michelle, be sure. The mask is important because you don't want to get groomer's lump. If you work in this regularly, you can get shards of hair and dander and stuff that causes scarring and whatnot on your lungs. Okay, so I've been grooming for 3 years professionally. Always groomed my 14-year-old dog. He's frail now, I can only imagine. And when they're frail, they have less muscle mass, and then they have they're a little bonier. And how can I groom him without stressing him? Scissors? Definitely scissors are a lot less stressful. If you have the clipper, okay, and it has 2-speed, maybe not work with the higher speed, bring it down to the lower speed. It's not as loud. And yes, there are clippers also that are less loud than others. I really like this one here. But if the dog is a little stressed with the clipper, I'd probably bring the clipper sound lower. This is high, and that's lower. It's the same thing with the Dremel here. I have my Dremel. If I put this on high, you hear that? And I bring it on low, big difference. The dog is less afraid with noise, but if you can groom just with scissors and you're used to the grooming process, probably it's best. And remember, a dog that is older, it's really not about the look, it's about their health, it's about how, it's about the process, and they're a little more stressed, and they're not, they'll hurt everywhere, their muscles are achy, and you can't bend the legs and knees as good as usual. So the grooming process should be done quick, and just the basic. Get the basic done for his health. If you want to keep the coat short, even if it's not looking perfect, it's fine. Get the most you can get done with the clipper that the dog can handle. And you know what? You can also, if it's your dog, you're saying it's your dog here, huh? Yeah. You don't have to do the whole groom in one session. Just give him breaks. Say today I'll do his pads and his nails, and tomorrow I'll just give him a quick shave. Or just shave his back and then do the legs with the scissors. You can do the legs with the scissors, just give a quick shave all around. Be careful, of course. And then do the rest with the scissors. That's what I'm going to do with her here, okay? Bradley, you're back. Yay! Okay, so here we go. I hope that helps, Michelle. I really hope that helps. Okay? So her, she's fine. Him, he's fine, sorry. With me clipping the back legs, as I was mentioning. But oh boy, does he not like the front legs. I'll show you that in a minute. I just want to get everything done. So he was already bathed and dried. All of that here, I'm going to finish off with this with the scissors also. Okay, bathed and dried. Now it's time to move on to the other side. Okay, and we don't need to be digging in, right? We just need to be holding this lightly, just lightly. You don't want to cause any strain to your wrist or your elbow. You don't want to be pressing on the skin. You don't need to. And as I mentioned, you got to be really careful that they don't have any knots. And by the way, this is a female and not a male. I think I said male, but this is Cashew's a little girl. No jewels back there. Okay, Cashew, your little girl. So I like to get all of this done first before I end up in the front. But what you can do, and that's what I'm going to do right now, you can do a little if the dog is struggling. If the dog is struggling, you can do a little on the back, and the dog is relaxing on the back. You come in, you do a little bit in the front. The dog may struggle, not want, and be antsy about it. And then if you see that it's getting a little too, you want, a little too high, the anxiety, whatever, you stop, you come back and finish off some more. Keep yourself some in the back so that you can go back and forth. That's not how I usually groom. I like to groom, get one thing done, that's done, I don't come back to that. But if they're antsy like that, you can do some back and forth because that'll cause them to start forgetting about the front legs. You come back to the back and you go back in the front and do a little, as long as you're just getting some done. Okay? And if it's a client of yours, you need to let your client know that, the dog is as good as the groom. Okay? And you don't want to hurt the dog. You don't want any stress whatsoever. So I'm going to turn this clipper on a little lower. And as she mentioned, Cashew is deaf. So we're going to try to keep this as quiet as possible for her. And we're going to let her, see, I couldn't even do this before. I couldn't even hold her leg before, okay? But with time, she started understanding that it's okay. Okay, so I'll do one stroke, I'll do a second stroke, slowly. You don't want to be holding and pulling, and the more you hold the dog hard, the more the dog's going to pull, the more you're going to try to work with the dog, and it's just going to escalate. You don't want things to escalate. So you just work slowly. She pulled, okay, fine. We wait a second. I'm going to come in quickly. Wait a second. Quickly, wait a second. Okay, I know you're not enjoying it. I'll finish it off with the scissors anyway. You'll be good with that, will you? Can we do this? Quickly, quickly, quickly. And I'm not holding her tight because I'm letting her know that she still has control. If the dog pulls, you can hold just a little tighter, lightly. If the dog's pulling. As soon as you feel that the dog starts letting go, like relaxing the muscles, start letting go. Then you both understand there's a give-give here. Okay? And the dog's going to leave the paw right there. We're coming quickly. All right. See, that's not that bad. We're going to stop stressing you out. We're going to come do your neck. So see, we did a little there. And I tell you, okay, this dog really fights me if I try to hang on and push it, okay? So I remember, years ago, years ago when she came in the first time, it's like, I can't groom this dog. I can't. I just can't. But with time, I learned that it's better to just do a little at a time. See, holding her leg, she's not even looking at me. I'm just going to bring it in with that. See, she's yawning. Yawns mean that I'm annoying her. I'm going to give it a second. If ever she's still, like if she starts showing her teeth, are you okay? Are you okay, honey? She might bite me, guys. She might. But I don't want it to escalate. I don't want it to escalate. We're okay. As long as you're in slow, we're okay. Do one shot, guys. One, put it down. That's how I do it. Ready? One shot, put it down. Ready? Yes. Patience, honey. Patience. All right? And what we're going to do is I'm going to go right back to her back and do her tummy. See, while she's being good, I'm not done here. I'm going to go back to her tummy. I'm just going to get back to reading here. Hang on. Cashew, yes, cashew. Okay. Maltese with brain injury. You have a Maltese with brain injury? Thank you. Always good to get confirmation that I'm doing the right thing. Yes, and it's good that you ask. There's so many groomers here online also. You can ask. There's all kinds of stuff on the internet and here on YouTube. And what is this? Cashew, what is this? This is a dog. I'm not sure I understand the question. Sorry. Store edits. I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean by what is this. Dude, don't mess with dog. Okay. I don't know if that's me that's not supposed to be messing with the dog or that you don't mess with the dog, but anyhow. An adorable Shih Tzu, yes. As we all know, Shelly, you love Shih Tzus, and I have a really nice one here. A really sweet one that's just kind of afraid of the clipper. Whoops. Bring it back on low, guys. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just turn her around. Oh, no, I'm going to do her belly first. Do the belly first. Now, I understand if you're working in a shop, and I know that there are shops that you got to get things done pretty quick and fast. Maybe, you know, I'm not saying that, because I mean it's your business and stuff, but sometimes there are dogs that maybe would be better off in a smaller shop where we don't have to hurry and get things rushed. So maybe let the client know that the dog might be a little more comfortable in a shop that, you know, that's like alone, the person's alone, or they can take their time. Because rushing through it, you know, it's not worth it for you or the dog, for anyone. You know, you're always risking to hurt the dog, and you don't want your client to have a dog that they need to bring at the vet's, right? See, she's nibbling me now. Okay, so I'm going to stop that for now. I'm going to give her a break. And when I mean break, I'm not saying I'm going to stop completely. I'm just saying that I'm going to move on to something else. Lilith 218, and hello to you. Thank you for dropping by. Okay, so as I mentioned, I wear a mask because of the dangers of groomer's lung. A lot of people have been associated to this mask, of course, because of the stuff we went through in the last years. But this is for, I've been wearing a mask for 14 years now. This is to not get any of this hair in my lungs. I don't want groomer's lung. And I am going to talk about groomer's lung. And, you know, we need to protect our ears also. I have tinnitus, really bad tinnitus, and that's due to my dryer, the air force dryer, the force dryer. And no, it's never a good idea not to protect yourself. When you're working with anything that is regular, you know, even if you're just typing, you need to do stretches and exercises and, you know, protect yourself in different ways. Get the right kind of chairs and whatnot, you know, so that you can be sure that you're protecting yourself for later on, because anything that's repetitive, of course, is going to cause some sort of damage somewhere. So repetitively breathing in this dander, and you know, if I worked in a huge shop, you know, and there's a whole bunch of dogs and a lot of dander flying around, and I mean, that's even worse. But I'm just being, you know, better safe than sorry type of thing. Here, honey. Okay. So now she wants to sit. So as she's trying to sit, see, I'm holding her tail up. I'm not holding her up. Okay, there's a difference. If she tries to sit on me, which she will try, I'll just push her back up, and I'm going to hold her. I'm holding her like this, making sure that she doesn't pull down, because I need to work here. See? So I pull her back up. If that's not working and she's pulling too much, I'll come in from behind like that, and I'm going to hold her, support her like this. Some of you probably wondering why I don't just shave here. I could. This is just my preferred method. I could. I noticed some dogs when we shave, if you shave too short, that'll cause an irritation. And by the way, you're supposed to use a 10 blade for this and not the 7 blade. So I just prefer using my scissors. Alright, and so we're going to clean up all this area here. I will use a 10 blade for her belly though. I'm going to snip around her little pee-pee area here. Okay, I'm going to hold that in one side. I don't want her sitting. Come in and do the inside here. And we're just skimming, guys. You're not pressing. You're skimming with a 10 blade. Lightly. Alright? Same thing on this side. Getting the inside of the leg. Skimming lightly. There always ends up some, around this area here, her pee-pee area, they end up getting these little crusties, and ugh, it gets yucky. Okay? All right. Yeah. Up. We're going to see the belly here. And we're still doing the same thing around the legs. Up. Hang on. She's pulling. And she's okay in the sense that she doesn't have any problems standing like this. There are older dogs that their knees can't take it, or so we're just going to do her underarms also. Hang on, honey, you're all good. Some nodding there. See that, guys? No one wants to be brushing or combing that area. This is a sensitive area. Just think about it. Would you enjoy having people take out knots from under your arms? I don't think that would be comfortable. I'm going to come in and check the chat for a moment, guys. All right, now that I got that done. Okay, all right. So I watch your room, your... I've never, okay, yeah, every week with mine. We'll never need a groomer again. Also, thanks for the tips on debatting first before showering. Okay, well, yeah, it's good to take some of those mats out before that we shower the dog, because you can cause the mats to become worse. So it is good to take all of that out And if you don't get them all out after the bath, it's all fine. You just continue taking some more out also. So, yes, thanks for watching. All right, so let's continue on here. Cashew. All right, I'm going to shave under her feet, and then we'll get back. So I'm going to use a 30 blade for that, and then we'll get back to finishing off that shave on the front of her feet, and we're going to finish off with scissors. So she's not a long groom. It's taking a little longer because I'm chit-chatting with you guys, of course. Another thing about dematting, I just want to mention Tennessee Granny. Oh no, sorry. It was Mastology. I hope I'm saying that right. Another thing I want to mention about dematting, what was it? Oh boy, me and my mind. I can say something. I was just thinking about the dematting again. Oh, great. So now I forgot. I'm so sorry. I'll see if it comes back. Woo, I haven't had enough coffee this morning. All right, this one, again, does not like when I touch the front feet, but we're going to get in there as quick as we can and as safely as we can. Okay, that's good. Okay, she doesn't want any more. Fine, we did the best we could, but it's all out anyway. I think she's worse with this paw. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to wait till she stops wiggling, and we're going to lightly go in once. Instead of trying to, keep going at it. You just wait. Wait till she stops. Hang on, honey. You know my clipper's on louder. Bring it in lower. Okay. All right. I won't bother you anymore. I don't want her going to a level 10. So let's just clip the top of her head. Let her calm down about her feet. Her head, she does not like the clipper on her head, so we're going to I call it finger feathering. We're going to feather the top of her head with your fingers. No, you're all good. It's always a little struggle with her. So both fingers go on each side of the base of the ear. And I'm going to try to get in there and grab everything I can, my comb. Like that. Okay, you're all good. No, she doesn't like this at all. Okay. I'll come in with these here, and I'm going to try to, no. So this is always a little bit of a struggle for me. She just pulls and pulls. I see better here. Got to be careful with these little scissors not to get your knuckles. So this is how I have no choice but to do her bangs, the top of her head with this like this. But she will not let me use the clipper on the top of her head. I have tried time and time again, and I am done with that. So we did the top of her head, so no. Okay. We'll come back to her head after. I just want to get the scissoring done. Can I do I'm going to try to Dremel on her. I'm not sure if I had tried it before, but we're going to try just a little at a time, Cashew. Her nails are not too long, so she just gets just a little bit of this. And when you're using this, you can't stay on the nail, right? Because you don't want to cause any, because it can get warm. So I'm just tapping. Just tapping. You gotta take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on. Because you can't just sit there and go, no, you can't. Because that's gonna burn. And now she won't want me to do her front feet, right? Can I do your front feet? No, are you going to need the groomer's helper for that? I know that they do it themselves. If I can get it done, I do it. If I can't, then they just do it. So, okay, so I'm just going to clean this up a bit. My work that I did here, and we're getting in with the scissors. Just want to be sure it's all lower. Sorry, honey. Lower. Lower and slower. All right, she's getting antsy on me, guys. Getting antsy. Right back up. I'm going to come do the back end here again. Make sure everything is well done. It's all cleaned out. It's fine. And her mom knows, right? There's no perfection here. We're really not trying to, so I know it's a 7-blade, guys. I'm just skimming lightly, so I'm being careful. Okay. Oh, that's what I wanted to say about the dematting. You know, when you're going to wash a dog that, you know, the coat type that like a cotton toulier, or those coat types that mat up easily, when you wash them, they'll come out of the tub with moss also. I mean, water is the enemy of that type of coat. Seriously. As soon as you bring them to the bath. All right, honey. I know we have to go round and round with you because you won't let me just finish one spot. You're never really happy with me finishing one spot. Guys, I'm going to check the chat in a second. I just want to get this done. Get all that behind her ear. That's junk. It's got to go. All right. Jump on this side. We got to remember she has a little. Okay. Okay. You're good. You're good. Okay, so see, she's fighting me. Fine, you don't want to? Fine, I'm going to stop there. All right, we're going to get in with the scissors here. I'm going to answer some questions if there are some questions. Hang on. Oh, that's sweet to say, Lauren. Jesus loves you all. That's very kind. All right, so anything here? Guys, I'm getting used to my glasses. I got these new glasses where, you know, to read, you got to bring the head up like that. Just don't mess with the dog. An adorable Shih Tzu. Night, everyone. I will watch the rest tomorrow. Good night, Michelle. Hi, everyone. Hello. Michelle. Okay. All right, so that was the message. Cashew is tolerating her groom well, especially since she is hearing impaired. Yes. Liz, thank you for always explaining your techniques as you perform your grooming. So that's how I like to do it. As I'm going, that's how most of my videos are done, guys. As I'm grooming, I'll come into an issue or something, and then I'll talk about that. Okay, that's how I do it. I watch your grooms. Okay, I have seen that one. Just loves you all. I have the same clipper. And just love it. Also, just got the new model they put out. Love it too. A new model? There's a newer model than this one. I'm not sure I've seen that. I gotta check that out. Tennessee Granny. Where are you grooming from? I'm in Montreal. I am in the Montreal area, Canada. And this is my home. I'm in my home here. And I've been grooming here in my little grooming. It's an extension of my house here, and so people coming through that door back there, the back of my house, and yeah, it's my little business here. Love it. Love it. Okay, so I'll continue with the scissoring here. Did you rest enough, honey, so that we can continue? Hey, Cashew, show me that foot. I got this cool little brush off Amazon. I love it for when you're cleaning out under the feet. When I'm trying to see what I'm doing, I just use it for the feet. And when I'm done with it, I spray it with alcohol because I'm going to use it on another dog, right? So just spray that. You can just wipe with a little towel or with your hand. It's fine. I just like I like being fancy, I guess. I have the time to be fancy. Now, will she let me do this? I don't know. If she won't let me do it, I'm gonna have to come in and do it from the table. Like sit her on the table. Keep the foot on the table. Okay, so since she's bringing her head out, it's best not to come in this way like I'm doing. See? It's always best not to come in this way, unless you really know the dog, but at the same time, it's best to come in that way, because if the dog turns around really quick, you don't want to stab that eye. See, she let me do her foot. Let's see if she lets me do this one. Okay, honey? Yeah, moving you around, eh? And then slowly all around. Now, will you let me do your nails? So as I still have her foot in my hand, I am going to attempt a nail. I don't think it's going to work, guys, but I'm still going to try. Okay. Anyway, as I said, I keep trying every time with her to do her nails. I'm actually surprised that I got the nails in the back done, because mom and dad do her nails. And they say, don't worry about her nails, because they do it together, where dad holds the pup or she holds the pup, and then after that, they clip their nails. But I keep trying. And see, if I wouldn't keep trying, she would never have gotten, because she's gone from far, right? She wasn't even letting me touch anything in the front. But we're getting better, guys. We're getting better. We're going to try a little bit of clipping again on her legs, and then we're just going to do the rest with the scissors. Okay? Let's see how she takes it. You just got to wait. It's on low. Got to wait. No, she wants to bite. She wants to bite. I'm not afraid of her bites. Wanting to bite like that is just that she's saying, okay, I'm at a level 8 now, or 7 or 8, and it just means she's going up higher. I don't want to push that. I don't want to. I know I could just say, you know what, grab the leg and just shave it, and just, if she wants to squirm and pull, and no, I don't want her to go through that. I don't want to feel that. I don't want to. So this is just a choice. If you want to do it, that's really up to you. But this is not how I work. You know, there's more stress in life than to add more stressors, right? So that's just how I do it. You know, if you want to do it that way and you're comfortable with it, then that's really your choice. But my choice is safety. Safety first, and for, you know, and especially she's an older dog. I don't know. I don't want her to have a heart attack from trying to fight me off. So no. And I have what's the word? Hold on, sorry. I just nipped her. She's fine, she's got nothing. We just pulled. Whew, guys, accidents do happen. But she's okay, everything's okay. And you know why she's okay? Because this is how you're supposed to cut. You're supposed to just tap with your thumb. See, I'm not cutting myself. This is how we're supposed to cut. You're not supposed to grab the scissors and force and cut like this. Because if I was doing that, for sure I would have nipped that leg. Okay? It still is a blade. There are still chances that you can cut your dog. It has happened to me in the past where I did nick the dog. I am human. This is a moving canvas, and it happens. But as you saw, it didn't happen because I'm tapping. When you tap, there's no force. You tap, and it's like, if it taps, you go, oh, I wasn't cutting at the right place. Because if you're cutting hair and you're just tapping like that, it'll cut right through, like butter. So, yeah, there's a lesson to be learned there. I just wanted to show you that. Wow, I have been grooming for 54 years and love watching the younger grooms. Oh! Love your channel. Thank you! 54 years, that's a wow. You still grooming? Are you still grooming? Okay, so I enjoyed that moment where you said younger. I'm not feeling younger. Okay, so, yeah. So here we go. I'm going to come in and tap like we're supposed to be doing, tapping, tapping. Let me touch your leg lightly. She doesn't want, but I'm still gonna go in. There you go, lightly. So I'm gonna try to get this done quick, guys, okay? Quick. Quick. All right, we good? You don't want me to shave there, so what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna come in with my scissors and do the rest of the scissors. Are you more comfortable with the scissors, hon? And guys, I'm not aiming for perfect. I'm aiming just to get it quickly done. We are not, I am not a, what you call a competitive groomer. I just groom. I groom, not I groom family pets. And my motto is to do things safely, calmly, securely, you know, all of those good attributes. All right, so that's good enough for her. I'm not going to fight her. I don't want to fight her, guys. I don't need to. And her mom knows. Her mom knows that she doesn't walk out of here perfect. And she's fine with that. Her mom prefers that her dog is mentally healthy and not stressed out when she comes to the groomers than to just get, you know, safety before vanity type of thing. That's my motto. Can I just hold your paw a minute? I know you don't like this, but we're just going to do this really quick. I am not holding tight. I'm holding tight enough to have a control, but it's not a fight. She's not pulling, okay? She's not pulling. See, I'm going to try to make this straighter. See if she lets me do it. If she doesn't, then fine, I'll just let it go. Okay, fine. Fine, I'll just let it go. Can I do this here? Right there. There. See? All right, can I do the front here? Let her will, you know? I don't remember what movie that was. You know where they're holding the person's holding that horse. What's the name of the movie? The one where the person was holding the horse's leg and they're trying to pull that leg up. And then someone else came along, I guess the horse trainer or whatever, the guy that owned the horse, wanted to show the person how to do it properly, and that was just to hold the leg and to let just like give it a little hold and let the horse give in and then lift up. What was the name of that movie? Do you guys know that movie? Oh, that was a long time ago. Was it in the 80s, 90s? Something like that. If you know the new movie, let me know. All right, so we're going to do this side here. Hold the leg up lightly. We're going lightly. She'll be pulling and squirming lightly. But once we have her settled and she feels comfortable, I'll come in with the scissors. I know she's not going to move. So, because she's showing me that she's fine. Okay? Gotta be careful, there's that little toe there. Okay, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Okay. Then we're going to get to her head. There, little girl. I'm going to go around here. You got to be careful, guys. Keep your eye on me. You can see right through where that skin is. Or you keep your finger there and you just snip your finger instead of her. You don't want to snip. And you just want to be tapping lightly with your scissors. Remember? So for those who don't know, I'm live every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Love to give out some information and here for some, if ever you have any questions. And I upload new videos every Monday and Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So, yes, Eastern Time. So we might not have the same time. All right, so I did her tail a while ago. I did all of this here. Oh, and one thing too is often we'll, if you're doing it by scissor, I guess. I mean, I'm lifting her tail up, not lifting her up by the tail. And I'll bring it down just a bit, and then see, there's always these little hairs that hang out. Bringing it back down. Okay, turn around. We're gonna do your face. We're almost done, honey. We're almost done, honey. We're almost done. Yes, we are. Almost done. Any questions, guys? Want to read a bit? Okay. As long as you can. Well, I think that's what I'll be doing too. By the way, Tennessee Granny, I am going to keep going as long as I can. No carpal tunnel, no problems, shoulder problems, or because I'm having. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and my hands are both numb. So I know. Maybe focus on the dog. I'd be so annoyed if I was a dog. Well, yeah. Maybe you'd be annoyed, but you know what? You'd probably be comfortable because you'd be clean. All right. So yes, by the way, I am focusing on the dog. This dog does not like to be groomed, so I am just being very careful with this grooming. Yes, the dog is already annoyed. That's what live grooming is all about, guys. It's about answering some questions. You know, I sit here for a little hour and answer your questions. And I'm happy to do that. Yep, happy to do that. Oh! All right, so you don't have any knots in your face, do you? Yes. She sometimes has knots, so I'm not going to be brushing that out. I'm just going to look for what that is. I just need to see what needs to get done in here. Hang on. I don't want to brush it out. I'm gonna snip that out with my scissors. Watch your face. Snip a little bit of that out. We don't want those knots staying there. See that? Yeah. Hang on. I just want to use the brush 2 seconds to see where those knots are. See, she doesn't like her head being manipulated either. So I'm going to look for the knots, more knots here. He's just there. Okay. I'll put my mask back on. So itchy. Okay, let's find those knots. What I'm going to do, instead of looking for the knots here, I'm going to start cutting and then I'll look for the knots after. Because if I can cut some of those knots out straight with the scissors here, so we're going to do this. Tap. So if you're going with your scissors first, sometimes you can cut into the knot. Brush some of that out. No way, you are annoyed. But that's got to get done because you're going to get so much hair in your face and your food and let's see what's going on here. Knots. So this, guys, is just a little more work. She's squirmy at this. Okay, wait, slowly. I need to see where everything's at. Hang on. Wait. See, I'm just going with my comb, not to comb it, to just find it. Squiggly. Okay, don't you just love when you're trying to get your job done? All right, I got it. I got you. I think I got it, guys. Yeah, I got it. The side here, more knotting. So I'm not trying to comb the knots out, I'm trying to find the knots with my comb, see? Because some dogs really won't tolerate that comb in the face, so I'm just snipping away wherever it's at. You know, I just need to get this done and out, you know. I don't want to cause any more stress on her. Not that there's much stress going on, but There you go. I think I got one side done. Is that good? Can I see? One side's done. Okay. Let's check out your ear here. Come back. We'll pull you here because you're pulling back. Hang on, hang on. Come back here. Come right back here. You're giving me a tough time. Okay? Ear here. Cut here. Yeah, I'm going back and forth. Whichever scissors fall in my hand at this moment. I have a whole bunch of scissors on my table. Yeah, lightly, lightly. We're not scratching the skin. Okay. So again, if she were to have a whole bunch of knotting going around on here, I'm cutting anyway. So I'd come in and I would just cut all around before even having to attempt to brush that out, because she's having it all cut out anyway, right? So I'm just going to cut all of that out quickly, safely, with, you know, when I say quickly, I don't mean to move fast, I just mean to move efficiently. And then I'll soften up those ears with my other scissors afterwards. So now that I know there's no more knots left anywhere here, I'm going to come on this side and make sure the same thing here, which she's going to pull and squirm and not want me to do. So I'll try to brush some. See how that goes and see how I'm brushing? I'm just tapping and pulling away. Come in here. There's a huge one here. Huge knot here. Oh, maybe I can brush that one out. I think I got that. Yeah. Same thing for this. If I don't get them all out, I'm fine. I'm just going to cut around and then I'll go back in and brush. If she, you know, if she wants to fight me too much, I got it, guys. Last one, honey. Last one, give me a second. Just cutting right into that knot there. All right. We're done. Okay, we're done. Okay. Now I'm going to clip around the ears. I cut around the ears because I don't want to have to brush that out. There's knots here. You don't need to brush that out. You just need to cut, especially if they got contoured ears, right? You just cut. And then you can brush them out, see if anything's left, or go in with your comb. Just be sure if you're brushing on the leather of the ear that that you don't, if you're using a pin brush like this, it's not, go lightly around the ear because it's not recommended that you brush hard around there because that, the side of the ear, you could cut the ear with those brushes, so you just go in lightly. All right. Missed some a while ago here. I'm going to come in, guys, and see if anyone had anything to say. Okay. No, I thought I'd have a little more. Okay, we're all good. So, we're almost done. Yes, we are. We're just going to cut into the face here onto the side. And see, as I mentioned a while ago, if there's a whole bunch of knotting going on and the dog really doesn't want, you'll see there's more knotting there. Just cut into it. I just cut right into that and then brush after. Again, I am not a competitive groomer. I am a groomer, a family pet groomer. So you need to make this as easy as possible for you and the dog. Don't forget about yourself. Of course we want to think of the dog, but we got to think of ourselves also, of how we need to not be stressed. Because you don't want, to escalate into any anxieties, and the dog is going to feel that. So if you're calm, your dog's going to be calm, okay? So I just cut right into there, like that, okay? And if she had any other knots, I would have cut right into it, and I wouldn't have had to brush all of that out. So you cut into the knot, you cut it all out first. Come in with your little brush here to see if that some of those knots come apart because you cut right into it. And then finish off. I like to finish off with a pair of thinners that are going to soften that side up like this. Remember guys, to wear a mask while you're working. You do not want groomer's lung. Groomer's lung is a serious disease. If you don't know about it, have a look on Google. Go read about it. It is a serious disease. So there you go. So we got one side. Oh, she's got some knotting there that I didn't get with the clipper. We'll cut it. It's fine. These scissors are just amazing. These thinners. So it's getting a little too close to her skin, so I just prefer holding it because I'm holding her skin. I know where her skin is at. So I'll come in there. Sometimes I'll go back and forth, guys, with my scissors. If one's not working for me, I'll come in with another. That's all it is. That's why you may see me using one and then another. I just want to soften this up a bit. Like that. There. Okay? So you got one side like that. And we get more of this off because I'm looking at her and I just want a nice circle. Nice circle. Okay, we're going to do this up here. Pull it all up. That's how I like to do it. Come in and I do a nice little circle here too. I go right nice and around. Get all of that out. Okay, hang on. She doesn't want me to hold that face. She's pulling because I'm holding on. Give me a second. I just want to do the front part. Okay, so hang on. Okay, so she doesn't want to hold her by the chinny chin chin, so of course I'll hold her like this. I always want to be careful because when you're holding the dog, they may have bad teeth. See how she's got bad teeth? She's got really bad teeth in there. And holding the dog by the muzzle might be uncomfortable. I'm just putting pressure on the top of her nose and I have my finger right underneath here with a finger holding her still like that. But she won't let me hold her. It's important to hold the dog's head, guys. If you've got the scissors around that face, it can get in there quick. And I don't know if you guys know about Grooming by Rudy. He has a podcast, and they just started this podcast, him and his son, and it's really cool. They were explaining with scissors, and it's true. It's true. You got to get in there and get out of there. You don't want to do too many cuts, right? Get in and get out. I'm going to use these. Come between her eyes here, and she's got some extras in there. There. All right? Okay? You really don't want me to touch your face. She really doesn't like that I touch her face or her feet. And remember, we also did this by hand, so. All right, so one side here. I'm going to try to get rid of, whoa, no major annoyance there. I just want to come get these. No, she doesn't want. She doesn't want. She does not want. Okay, I'm not fighting you. She's completely annoyed with me right now. I got to get this done, guys. Got to get this done. She's not having it. She's tired. I'm just going to come in and cut a little bit here. I usually don't like to come in this way. She's fighting me. I'm holding it down, her face, her mouth down. And I'm being careful that I'm not touching her teeth. Okay. With dogs like this, we do what we can, not what we want. Remember, I am grooming her for her health. Oops, we use these instead. So I'm grooming her for her health and not for vanity or beauty, because when it comes to grooming her, when I touch her feet, she wants to fight me. So I try to keep her as calm as I can so that she doesn't get, so it doesn't escalate into a fight. We are not going to be fighting. Of course, with thinners, you have to give a few tap taps, right? Because they're thinners. Okay. So buff this out a bit. Hey, I'll use these beautiful peacock scissors to try to get all of this fluff out on the top. All of that fluff out. So, as I mentioned earlier, when a dog does not want something done, you don't want to escalate that anxiety. You change areas. You go work somewhere else. And then you come back to it afterwards. And if it's your dog, you don't have to groom the dog all at once. You just do a little here, a little there. Because you don't want to stress out the dog, especially if your dog is an older dog and you don't want their little hearts to be going pitter-patter, and you don't want them to have that anxiety, right? So I'm coming with my fingers here just to soften this up a bit. As she's letting me touch her ears, she just doesn't like that I do the front. I'm going to back here. Remember, we shade, so back here I need to equal that out here because there's a different length. So I'm just going to use my aggressive thinners. If the dog lets me, I like to actually do a scissor over comb, but she won't let me. Usually I'll do this and I'll come in with, she won't let me. So it's fine. The dog doesn't want you to do it, fine. Find another way to do it. Don't keep fighting the dog and saying, hey, I really want this done, okay? If the dog won't let you do it, the client needs to know, the client seriously needs to know how the groom went. We need to tell the client how the groom went, how the dog reacts. We can't just pretend that everything's fine. I know we want clients and whatnot, but for safety reasons and for safety reasons for you also. To protect yourself also. You don't want a client coming back in and saying, hey, okay, see? And I'm not pressing on her mouth, I'm just kind of holding it in place. Usually I'd come in and cut all of that out. She's fighting me too much. I'm not taking the chance on cutting her tongue or cutting her, but I will do my best. My client knows that I do my best. She's been coming to me for, 7-8 years, and before I couldn't even touch this dog. Guys, I couldn't even touch this dog. She was growling at me. She just didn't want to have anything to do with me. She was biting and gnawing up until then I realized, you know what, we're not going to push her. We don't push them. I would so love to take more off around your face here, but as I mentioned, this is all about health. We got most of it off. I just want to see there's a knot here. We got most of it off. It's short enough. It's not about perfection, guys. This is about health. And then you need to tell your client that we did this for her health. Of course, we're proud of our work. I get it. We really are proud of our work. I really get it, guys. But there comes a time where you have to say enough is enough. The dog doesn't want it anymore. Can I do a little more on the top? Huh? Just a little more on the top here because I'm seeing some little sticky outies here that I don't like. Hang on. She's not that, she's not that. I can't hold her anywhere. This maybe. Her head's too big for me to hold her like that. Come on to the sides. You guys got to be creative and see this as a challenge, not a stressful challenge, more or less like a challenge. How did I get to do it, What did I do? You'll be proud of yourself. And if you can't, you can't. And it's okay. It's okay. You're seeing your other little pup there. Guys, I gotta clean her ears. Clean her ears. She's got some really dirty ears there. Let's do this the way I like to clean the ears is with these little rounds here. Some people like to pour the product inside the ear. I prefer not to. That liquid can still get stuck in there. And it does say it on the bottle that you can. But in my experience, I noticed that it's not always a good thing. Yeah. So I'm just going to clean out that surface area inside. Go inside. She doesn't like this. Of course not. Alright, so that ear is cleaned out. I'm going to clean out the other ear. And then I'm going to just... See, I'm getting her a break. By doing this, I'm also giving her a break from using those scissors. She fights me on everything, guys. Doesn't want anything done. See, just hold with both hands. And I'm just going round and round like that. Again, you can talk to your pup and tell him it's okay. Give him some light blinks. You know how dirty that is. Doing this, I know it's going to look a little odd, but when you're just blinking lightly like this and relaxing yourself, it's good for your system, and it's good for the dog's system. Dogs communicate with their eyes. They look at another dog, and if the dog gives up, turns his head away, puts his head down, and blinks slightly, sends a signal to the other dog saying, I'm in a safe place, this person does not want to attack me, the dog does not want to attack me, right? So that's what you got to do. You look at them, talk lightly, softly, and just do blinks. If you can get your dog to do the blinks, if you got him in your pocket, you do. Give some soft blinks. Yeah, you can see me. You're not blind. You may not be able to hear very well, but you're not blind. All right, I got those ears done. So, guys, I would so get into there and do so much more for this pup. But I feel that she has endured enough. She doesn't want any more. I don't need to make her perfect. Let's have a look at her just the same. I don't need to make her perfect. This is a pet dog. This is their pet. This is an older dog. She's 14, and she just needed to get cleaned, get her nails done. Actually, I got only the back nails done. I couldn't do the front nails, but that's fine because mom and dad do it together. Okay? I'm not going to force her. I'm not going to hurt my back. I'm not going to risk hurting her if I'm alone doing this. I could easily do it with the client too, but she just does it with her dog, and we're fine with that. We've been doing this way for all those years, right? Yes, for all those years. And yes, so this is a groom about just getting things done, getting her clean, and doing the best we can. Now she goes home without, does she look stressed? She's not stressed, okay? She just wants to get off the table. All right, guys, so I'm live every Wednesday, 10 a.m. And I usually set it up in the community tab. I started doing that. I did it yesterday where I announced it in the community tab the night before. Sometimes it may happen where, okay, I'm 10 a.m., but I might start at 10:10 because, or 10:05, whatever, because sometimes the client will be here night for their, privacy. I don't go live when it's, thank you. Thank you. And it may happen where on a Wednesday, if I don't do it for 10 a.m., I'll announce it on the community board the day before, and I will announce it that I'll be doing it for 12:30 or whatnot. Because sometimes it'll happen, maybe I might not have a dog that morning, or maybe I will, the client stays with me. So anyhow, with that said, I also upload videos every Monday and Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. This is all Eastern Time. I'm in the Montreal area. My name is Elizabeth Jenn. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope I answered your questions. I just got to see if there's all of your questions. Where are you grooming from? I had mentioned Montreal area. Yes. Maybe focus on the dog. Okay. Yes, a good girl. Cashew's a cutie pie. Thank you, Shelly, for those beautiful stars. Good boy, yes, good job. Thank you, and I will see you guys in the next video, Friday. Friday. All right, take care. Bye.